Hi everybody, Jo here again. Thanks so much for popping in, especially at the weekend. It's so lovely to see you. Now I've come in, extra special little video. Got something new to show you. Look at these. We have some beautiful new Dreamscape papers. Now this collection is called the Enchanted Forest collection. And I just want to show you, I'll show you a couple of them. Now these are 8x8, 150 GSM, and you get 30. There's 10 designs, so obviously you get 3 of each, and they're double-sided. So what I'll do is I'll give you a quick, it shows you on here, look, the 10 designs, but I'll give you a quick little run through and look. Honestly, you'll want to look at the back as much as the front. The designs are absolutely fabulous. And, see, I love this one with the music notes in the middle. Now, I'm thinking that you could make it birthday, Christmas, anniversary. And as you flick through, we've got so many different colour tones, look. The writing in the background. And they've all got beautiful colours, but enough you can stamp on them. I've got to be honest, this one really shouts to me. I don't know why. I just love that. I'm thinking if you wanted to just put a fairy in the middle, you've got all this done for you. It takes ink really well. It takes pencil. I'm going to show you. I just think they are stunning. Now, I'll show you the back of a couple. But honestly, when you get them, you will just see. And as I say, the colour tones are just beautiful. Look at these. I love this one, look. Mind you, I say that, I love them all. I was flicking through them going, I'll use that one. No, I'll use that one. I'll use that one. I love this. We've sort of got crackles here, look. If I bring that closer, can you see that? Honestly, you will use every single bit of this. Now, those of you that have got problems with Mr. Mojo, the papers are fabulous. And as I say, with them being double-sided. So what I've done is come up with a card design just to show you. This is what I'm going to create. And also it answers a problem. A few of you have been in touch and you've told me that you've bought these 5x7 craft card. You've stamped on them, you've had colour, but you're left with a few and you don't know what to do. Well, I've got to be honest, these papers, I think the colour tones work really well on craft card. So I thought that answers that question for a couple of you. Now, on one sheet, I just want to show you, this was the piece that I've gone for, sort of something like this. And what I've got is, when I cut my piece of lovely backing paper to fit on my 5x7 card blank, so that's this piece here, look, because I know a lot of you want to see how I do it. That's what I cut. But then I had this piece left. And what I was thinking is that actually would make a fabulous topper, like a panel topper. And then I've also got these two. So just to show you, I stamped using the same stamps as my main card, this. So that's my panel to make an extra card. And also what I did was, on the longer piece, look, I thought, what if I want to decoupage one of the houses? And so I just stamped that, thinking I'm going to decoupage that. But actually I got carried away and coloured it in. But that's another thought for you. Or you could use this as a sentiment banner and put it across. Pop a sentiment on it. So there are so many things you can do. So what I thought I'd do is I'd show you how I created the topper for this card. And we're using this piece. But like I say, I'm just going to put that where I can see it. If I turn it over, look, I did look at this and I thought, oh, actually, I love that. Now, speaking of the back, if you're somebody who likes to roll your card, the corners, so just over, say, your paintbrush, with it being double-sided, look, this works really well if you want to have a corner like that. Again, that's something just a little bit different to pop on your card. Like I say, so many possibilities, honestly. you'll be like me, you'll start playing. So if Mr. Mojo's gone on holiday and he's a bit of a tinker, he does, you entice him back. This is just perfect. Now, the stamp I've gone for today is the fairy house. Now, I've had this one a while and I don't use it that often, so I'm thinking now's the time. And if you're not sure where to pop it, use your acetate. It might be you want to put it here and put the beautiful foliage growing up. I'm just going to ground it a little bit further down here. But always remember, use your acetate. And I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair, just the black, the Nocturne. And I'm just going to stamp this to start off with. And I'm going to pop them sort of somewhere here. And again, I'm not going to lift it up straight away. And I just want to show you how well these papers take stamping. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So crisp. Not slippy at all. So what I'm going to do next is stamp my sentiment. And this is lovely. It's called Fairy Wishes. So we've got Fairy Wishes and Angel Kisses. Because I think there's fairies living in here. And I'm going to pop that just to the side here. Lovely. I'm just going to give that a bit of a wipe, just with a damp cloth and then my Inky Binky, just so my hand stays clean as possible. Now at the top, I'm going to come in with the leaf creepers. And what I like about this is I want to stamp some foliage, but I don't want it to take over. I want it to blend in with the design. So I'm going to come in with Avocado and our friend Shady Lady, or Shady Lane as she's properly called. Now, the leaf creeper has 2 stamps. So the larger one, I'm going to stamp the lighter colour. So that's the Avocado. And I'm just going to randomly sort of group it. I'm going to leave some spaces, look, and we'll have some longer. And then with the smaller one, I'm going to come in with the darker colour and just introduce a few. And again, I don't want these to take over, and I'm grouping them. I want them to complement the design, to almost flow into it. Now, before I add the finishing touches, I'm going to come in at the base, and this is with the orchard grass. And I'm going to do the same thing, starting with the lighter colour. And I often like to do this using the same colour tones. But also, if you're one of our new friends and followers and you haven't got many inks, this is perfect for you. I'm just going to give that a wipe. I know I'm going lighter colour to dark, but I still don't want to contaminate my inks. So, now what I just want to highlight is, for me, this is beautiful, but because I've got black, I've only stamped in the middle. To me, it's almost really, it stands out, and this doesn't really go. Doesn't look, we like to call it a cohesive design, and for me, it doesn't do that. So what I'm going to do is a tiny bit of stamping the top and the bottom with my black ink, and you look at the difference. And if you're not sure about this at home, my suggestion is take a photo on your phone or camera, whatever, at this stage, add a little bit of the black stamping and take another photograph. And just compare the two. And honestly, you'll be so surprised. Let's just pop the lids back on these. And then we'll get our black ink out again. And I'm just going to give this a wipe. So I'm just going to come in and add a couple there. Couple in the middle. Just change the angle. And there's a nice space in there. We'll just, I think I need just on that edge there. So there we've got some at the top, look. And do you see what I mean? How it really helps just frame that design. So if I just come in at the base, and again, I don't want to overdo it. We'll have one that, already look. You see how it's starting to all come together? and just a little grouping there. And if I can show you, so you see how that now just looks that lovely design where it all flows. And I'm just going to give that a blot. Just we don't want to smudge it. And we'll get rid of that. And if I just put that there. So, you know, if you are feeling a bit down or you haven't got time to make yourself a background, these papers, they really come into their own. Now we can add some colour, and I just want to show you very easily, just with the colouring pencils. And I'm just going to add a little bit of colour. And these are the modular watercolour pencils, but I'm not actually going to add any water or any wink of Stella. Now you could, but I just want to actually use them as pencils today. But that's what I love about these. You've got so many choices. But very quickly, look, I can add some colour, put some yellow in the windows so it looks like there's somebody in. Just going to get myself a piece of kitchen roll to lean on. Again, try and keep in these good habits. So I hope you're keeping well. Hope you're having a good weekend. I always love it when we get new products. Honestly, I get so excited. But I think we're all the same, aren't we? Some nice red on these little ones here. Now don't forget you can use these to decoupage. You can put them on your MDF hearts if you wish. So many possibilities. And I love that, the fact that there is so much we can do. Now, you will take longer colouring in than me. I just want to show you nice and quickly how just adding a little bit of colour like that. Just going to add a bit of shade into that. The magical mushrooms. So it's nice to just mix a couple of colours and make it look a bit unusual. Now, I've got my Signo, these lovely gel pens here. And this one, I think this is bronze. And what I'm going to do is just go around the window frames. But also we've got these lovely swirls here. So I'm just going to add sort of to the swirls. Just that little bit of lovely gel pen. Makes it just look so magical. As I say, you will spend longer than me. You'll just make it look so magical. And I like that design, but I'm thinking we could add something a bit more. So what I'm going to do is just get my acetate circle mask and we'll just add the moon in this corner. And again, just to show you, I've got my Bermuda here, my elements. And just to show you how well these lovely papers take ink. Now I'm going for a colour very similar. I don't want it to stand out too much. So if I have a look, oh yeah, there's just a little there. So I want a bit more, build it up. I don't want it to be too obvious. I love these green tones and I want to keep with them. See what I mean? And that's just enough for me. But what I am going to do is just bring in a little bit in that top corner. And then a little bit in the bottom corner. Now, if you want to add colour all the way around, as I say, use your ink, frame it. But I just think in those corners, for me, that's just enough. And just to make it look even better, I can come in with my pastel pencils, look, and add a little bit of white there. How lovely is that? And then we'll just come in and add some shadowing under these houses. And it's amazing the difference. You wait till you see this. And I'm just going to smudge that out. And like I say, what a difference that makes, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. And then with my white, because I know you're going to say, what do you use the white for? Just going to add a little bit of white there. And then just a touch of highlight. Little bit in the windows. Little bit on the top here. I don't want to overcook it. A couple of these here, look. Just to add that nice little, those little finishing tricks. And it makes all the difference. And then lastly, we've got our lovely Posca and some of our Stickles. So again, just to show you, the Stickles glitter glue, this is Stardust. Just going to put a little bit on my mat, because as you know, it can be a bit rude for me. And I'm going to paint it on. This is just an empty Wink of Stella, and I use it for my Stickles. And I'm just going to paint it on. And I do this for two reasons, because it won't spit at my work, but also I've got to be honest, my Stickles will last longer and it'll dry quicker. So for me, that's just brilliant. And as I say, the quality of these papers is just so good that it will take the Stickles. And it's important to show you that. Now I need to wipe that up, and then I don't put my arm in it. So lastly, I just want to add some splats. You know me, I love my splats. And what looks nice on this is I'm going to use two colours of my Posca. I've got the yellow sparkle and the white. So we'll give it a good shake. And I'm just going to add the yellow sparkle, look, around the foliage, across the moon, and round here. And then what I love is the combination of bringing a little bit of white. We don't just have to use white for snow. It shows up lovely on these papers. And it just looks magical with the yellow. That combination together just adds that extra bit of magic. Now, I'm just going to lift that up and wipe this, because again, the last thing I want to do is put my hand in it. You know me, let's keep it as clean as we can. There we go. And I can just bring this to show you. And can you see the beautiful sparkle of the two colours together? And when that's dry, for me, I love that. Now, if you needed a new home card, a get well card, and there we have it mounted, look, on that craft card. Now, have I got room to bring my extra little topper, look? So this way, now you could make that into a tag if you wanted, but just think, you've got extra there for either an extra card or a matching tag. I do think it's lovely if you're giving somebody a present to have the card and tag matching. So many possibilities there. And just before I go, I'm going to bring this back in case you missed. It's called the Enchanted Forest Collection, and it's the Dreamscape papers. 30 double-sided sheets in all. So I do hope you have fun. Please, however you use them, will you tag me in? I'd love to see what you do. I mean, I've literally just got them today, and this is my first play, and already I'm looking around my craft room thinking what I'm going to use them for. Put it like this, I don't think Carl will see me for the rest of the day because I'm going to be playing. So, you have fun, have a lovely weekend, be kind to each other, and you take care of yourselves because you're all important. Remember that. Love and hugs from me. Bye for now.